Well, hey, everybody. It's Thanksgiving week here in beautiful downtown Avon Lake, Ohio. It's a beautiful shade of gray. And I'm here with,
Sherry Spencer.
and Sherry, I know what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Thanksgiving celebrations of our history.
Yeah.
So take it away.
Well, first I have to tell you, once again, I'm jealous because you have a turkey cart and I have the same owl behind me that I have every
Well,
week.
and this turkey cart is a prize winner. I gave it the number one because, as we go through times, you and I have talked before about we have goat carts and now we have turkey. I don't know what it was with the whole cart phenomenon, but apparently it was an opportunity for some local photographer to take pictures. But so my background is definitely the turkey cart with all kinds of truck in it.
I think there's a song, contemporary song. Maybe it's a street thing. Maybe it's a club thing. Maybe it's a cart thing. I don't know.
Well, I don't either. But
Okay.
so tell me here, let's start this thing off about Thanksgiving.
Well,
I've struggled because I've been reading a lot about it, and as you know, Sherry, I have Native Americans in my family, and I love them all. And the story that we learned growing up isn't really the story.
No, our popular understanding of Thanksgiving is that it harkens back to the Mayflower and the Pilgrims, and that they were celebrating a successful corn harvest in 1621. And so William Bradford organized this grand feast to which they invited the Native Americans. That's what I learned. Is that what you
Yeah,
learned?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, but what really happened is that the Native Americans were slaughtered by the Europeans, and some of them even became slaves. And so the story, and if you're really curious about the story, you can read up on it. There's tons of reading material, but we're not here to belabor the real history of the separatists and the Plymouth Rock. We're here to talk about turkey and booze.
Well, even after all the Mayflower Pilgrim business, there were our U.S. presidents who wanted to continue to keep this national celebration of giving thanks, and George Washington was one of them. He declared a national day of thanks and celebration and designated a day in which our nation was all to together celebrate the winning of our independence. And then there were a couple other presidents after him who followed up. John Adams and James Madison, both of them selected some days and wanted the nation once again
Yeah,
to celebrate their gratitude.
I can't think of a better time right now in our country's history to celebrate in some way that give thanks. I know it's been a tough year, but it isn't going away. But it's time for us to really truly understand, just get together and give thanks.
The president who gets credit for implementing what we now know as Thanksgiving Day is Abraham Lincoln. But really, the impetus behind that was a woman. You're not,
Figures.
you're not surprised, right?
No, because never mind.
Yeah, never mind.
Never
Sarah,
mind.
Sarah Josepha Hale embarked upon a letter writing campaign to Lincoln, encouraging him to declare a national holiday of Thanksgiving. And ultimately, he did. And so today we have Thanksgiving Day. There was one president, though, tried to tinker with that. Want to guess who that might have been?
John F. Kennedy.
Tinkered with Thanksgiving? No.
Wasn't
Come
he
on.
like the first president who started to pardon the turkeys?
Well, I don't know. But the answer that I'm looking for is FDR. Okay.
Oh, FDR.
He tried to advance it by 1 week because he felt that if he moved Thanksgiving up, then that would increase time for spending, buying, consumerism for the Christmas holidays. And it was during the Depression, and he wanted to do what he could to pump up the economy. So he tried to move Thanksgiving. And you can imagine the cry and hue that ensued after he did that. They called it Franksgiving and probably some other things that Might not even be repeatable.
But when you think about it, it's a great move. I mean, even though it wasn't successful, coming out of the Depression and trying to get people to spend money and elongating, if you will, that holiday season. But apparently it wasn't well thought of.
Well, that's because you don't tinker with tradition.
Yeah, you're probably.
You just don't do that.
Yeah, because if we're going to do that, we can move New Year's Eve to New Year's Day, so it's light out, so nobody has to drive inebriated in the dark.
I think you've got an idea there.
It could be noon. We could celebrate New Year's noon.
New Year's noon. Okay, now you got things going. All right. Well, anyway, we finally got the Thanksgiving Day nailed down. And after that, it was all about the turkey.
I love turkey.
Yep, we've got turkeys driving cornmobiles. We've got turkeys pulling carts. We've got women riding.
I saw a turkey the other day, and it was big enough that you could ride it.
Well, there you go. See, get out there. I think we had to implement turkey races. You got to find your wild turkey, saddle up, and we'll have a race in Weiss Field.
Those things will do some serious destruction on your legs and pecking at you. They're angry little birds, those turkeys.
Well, then maybe we better not ride them. But anyway, in 1938, if you wanted, you could head over to Shattuck's Diner in Elyria and get a Thanksgiving turkey dinner for, are you ready for it?
Yep.
50 cents. Nice. Well, but in 1938, if you were feeling a little more extravagant, want to spend a little bit more money, you could head on over to the Elyria coffee shop. That sounds really enticing, doesn't it? Yeah. And get yourself a full course turkey dinner for 85 cents.
Jeez. See, turkey, gravy, mashed potatoes, dressings, some cranberries. I mean, I'm there.
At the coffee shop?
I'm in Elyria.
At the Elyria coffee shop. Okay. Yep. I'll wave to you as I ride by my turkey, all right?
Okay.
Well, now we think about Thanksgiving, and then what follows? Football, right? It's all about football. Well, back in the 1930s, after your Thanksgiving turkey dinner, you could head on over to see the Ripley, believe it or not, Thanksgiving freak show in Elyria.
Why is everything happening in Elyria?
It was a hot spot,
I guess. But what kind of freaks did they have in their freak show in Elyria on Thanksgiving Day?
Well, they had a man who could spin his head around in a circle, allegedly.
I want to see that.
I can't vouch for that, okay?
Yeah.
Actually, he was probably an owl dressed in a man suit, because owls can spin their heads around. All
right. Oh, man.
So anyway, this year, if you want to take a healthful approach to Thanksgiving, there are 2 Jazzercise classes here in Avon Lake. You can sign up for either one, 8:15 or 9:30, and all the turkeys are signing up already. They're excited.
You mean to tell me you're going to do Jazzercise on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah, you got to earn those calories.
Oh man, the only place I'm going to be on Thanksgiving Day, and I enjoy watching the Browns and the Buckeyes.
The freak show.
Yeah. I understand that the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade is still going to happen, but without anybody in attendance. I think I read that, but it was always a big deal. But you know why it was a big deal? Because it was the first time we got to see Santa.
Oh, yeah.
And Santa was always in that parade, and I'll look forward to seeing Santa Claus again this year.
Because he's coming.
Yeah, he is. He's coming. I thought I saw his sleigh flying around Avon Lake yesterday, but it might have just been something in my eye. But
you might have seen a squirrel and a shiny thing. So let's go back to Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We'll just wrap this up quickly with a little short trivia game with
I like trivia.
Turkey factoids. You want to do that?
Trivia.
Thanksgiving factoids.
I'm good.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm so ready.
Here's number 1. It was Lincoln who is credited with establishing last Thursday of November as Thanksgiving Day. Do you remember which president tampered with that tradition?
Didn't you just tell me?
Yeah.
Was it FDR?
Yes. Okay.
I want to make sure I got it right.
I was nervous there for a minute. I thought you weren't paying a bit of
No,
attention.
no. Thanks for feeding me the line,
Okay. Next question. Can turkeys fly?
Yeah, they fly like heck.
How does heck fly?
Well, I mean, they're all, you can hunt turkeys, and turkeys are actually pretty smart birds. And there's a whole genre of American outdoorsmen that love to hunt turkeys.
Well, you know what? You got the right answer, kind of, sort of. Because here's the distinction. Domestic turkeys are not adept at flying, but wild turkeys are very good flyers.
Okay. Yeah, like the ones that they raise just for us to eat with all the white feathers. Yeah, those are like landlocked.
Yeah.
But wild turkeys, they're flying their little legs and arms off, or wings off.
Tail feathers off.
Yeah.
All right, one more. You ready?
Yep.
Which one of our founding fathers thought that the turkey should be our national bird?
Oh my gosh. Why don't you just lay that out for me? Because that's an easy one. It was Benjamin Franklin who wanted the turkey because...
You get a point. You did really well on your trivia quiz.
Thank you. Especially when I read the notes about an hour and a half ago. And there we go. And then I got out with that.
At least you studied for the quiz. I'll give you credit for that.
But well, I'm hoping that everybody has an incredibly safe and clean and healthy Thanksgiving. It's difficult for everyone because it's not the same this year. We're not going to have 27 people at our house unless you have 27 people living at your house. For me, it's just going to be my wife and my oldest son, Travis, and we're going to sit down and we're going to put a turkey breast on the Traeger, and we're going to smoke that son of a gun. And hopefully we'll have some chairs in the kitchen by then. But Sherry, what are your plans for Thanksgiving?
Well, it's going to be real small for us too. It's not what we're accustomed to, and it'll be just a small, intimate thing. I already got to have my Thanksgiving fun at the expense of my brother, and there's an article in the Westlife on him. So
well, that'll be good. We have to pick up Westlife and read your story in that about what Thanksgiving memories, I think, by Tom Corrigan.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, this is it's been good. I hope that you all have a healthy and safe Thanksgiving. So for now, until our next video, this is Tony Tominick and
Sherry Spencer.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Every Sunday morning after church, my daddy piled us in the car, me and my brothers in the back. He'd turn on the game and catch the play-by-play coming from the park.